Hello guys, this is Don's Movies and welcome to yet another World of Warcraft lore video. In this one I will be covering the Nathrezim, also known as the Dreadlords. They have been in Warcraft since Warcraft 3 and in the lore for much longer, so without further ado, let's get into their story. The Nathrezim are connected to the Warcraft franchise a lot more than most people think. One of the biggest enemies, if not the biggest, and the prime evil in the universe is Sargeras and the Burning Legion, and the Nathrezim are considered to be heavily behind the original creation. Long ago, the Titans shaped worlds, created order, and Sargeras was one of the strongest Titans, always on the front lines fighting the most horrific enemies. One day he heard about this race called the Nathrezim. The Nathrezim may not have had the strength or the size of the foes he faced before, but they definitely were the most sinister and malicious creatures he ever encountered. Next to the Eredar, they were one of the most intelligent races, but unlike the original Eredar, the Nathrezim were evil to the core. Most races strive to find happiness in their life, while for the Nathrezim, malice is the ultimate happiness. The ability to torment and put other creatures through both physical and mental agony is superior to anything. Before Sargeras discovered them, they caused a lot of damage against the Titanic Order, and they wouldn't just simply attack and destroy worlds or nations. Instead, through great patience and intelligence, they would infiltrate their orders and strike from within. The Nathrezim are capable of causing self-doubt and destroying moral values through great mental torment that in the end would dissolve any union or nation and force them to submit to the Dreadlords. Sargeras saw the damage they were causing and defeated them, surprisingly with great ease, or so he thought at first. While fighting him, they planted a seed of doubt which drove Sargeras to madness, forcing him to abandon the Titans and undo all of their work, creating the initial Burning Legion by shattering the world of Mardoon where he had previously captured all of the demons he had defeated. Although this part of the lore is not really fully confirmed, as before it was believed that Kil'jaeden enslaved the Dreadlords after he was recruited by Sargeras. Ever since they have been working for the Burning Legion, but right now they are the only race in the Burning Legion ranks that are not fanatically dedicated to the Legion, as they value their personal gain more than anything. There were cases of the Nathrezim actually betraying the Burning Legion, but most of them gain quite a bit of power through the Legion, so they don't really complain. Appearance-wise, the Nathrezim are quite frightening. Their skin is grey like a corpse and they don't have any hair. Their head resembles a humanoid with two horns coming out of their forehead and also sharp canines just like a vampire. Their most noticeable feature are the wings, which usually don't serve a direct purpose, but there are actual confirmed sources from the War of the Ancients of the Dreadlords actually flying. Their actual height can vary, but in most cases they're big and have strong muscular bodies. They also have hooves, which seems to be a common thing with a lot of demons, and really sharp claws which they can use in combat. When it comes to the actual combat, they have many roles. Usually they like to manipulate without even facing the enemy whatsoever, but there are certain Nathrezim that prefer melee combat and are trained warriors and rogues. There are also the hybrid that engage in combat when they think they have the upper hand, but retreat immediately when they think they might lose. The Nathrezim in general don't really have a concept of honor, just like the Satyr, and would backstab an enemy without a second thought. When it comes to magic, as I said earlier in the video, they're very proficient, almost as much as the Eredar, although the Eredar are talented in almost all forms of magic, while the Nathrezim tend to stick to a few. Usually you will see Nathrezim warlocks, arcanists and necromancer, and the extent to which they can actually use this power depends on their personal power levels. For example, a more powerful Dreadlords can summon powerful infernals, create doom guards from fallen enemies, and even raise dead foes through necromancy. The original world of the Nathrezim is still a mystery, but there are different speculations. We know that their mounts, the Dreadsteeds, come from a world called Zorath, which could possibly be a Nathrezim homeworld as well, but nothing is really confirmed at this point. The location of their main base, as we have seen in Warcraft 3, is also uncertain, but it is said that it is floating around somewhere in the twisting nether, just like the broken world of Outland. The Nathrezim are currently confirmed to be one of the only demons that are eternal and that can't be killed easily due to multiple forms, with one of the forms most likely residing in the Twisting Nether. By now we have seen many Dreadlords we thought were killed, such as Mal'Ganis and Balnazar, and they were seen alive again only a few years later. It is uncertain how this entire process works, but they can apparently recreate their physical form in the Twisting Nether. However, there is a speculation that some of the Burning Legion commanders and also the Nathrezim themselves, they know a way to kill a Dreadlord for good. For this exact reason, it is strictly forbidden for one Nathrezim to kill another Nathrezim, and there was an example of this in Warcraft 3 when Burimatras was forced by Sylvanas to prove his worth, so he had to kill Balnazar, but in my opinion that was most likely set up and he didn't actually kill him, or even if he did kill him, he didn't really kill him for good. Alright, that is all I have for this video. I know I didn't really get into the lore of certain Dreadlords, but that is mainly because I want to cover them in separate lore lessons. Do leave your suggestions for future lore videos, and also don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel already, as it really helps out the channel and keeps all the videos going. And thanks a lot for taking time out of the day to watch this video, and see you next time.